Guys, it has been such a cooked time to be a One Piece card collector, okay? The promo mania has been absolutely insane. The price action for One Piece cards is starting to go up again. There's been a ton of drama. There's just been so much happening. And while I was gone for 10 days on my trip, there was just so much news coming out that I wish I was around to cover. But we're going to be talking about a lot of these things in today's video, guys. There's been some insane things taking place. We're going to go over all that, price action, and of course we're going to look at cards that I'm currently looking at myself to collect and invest in as well. So it's going to be a really jam-packed, interesting video. So guys, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to the channel for more great content. And of course, if you want some gamer subs, get 10% off your order by clicking the link down below. Use my code Theory or Papa. Enjoy yourself some gamer subs today. All right, guys, without further ado, let's get into it. All right, so I don't even know where to begin with this video, but let's start here with this whole Watermelon Luffy card that you've probably seen going around. So people have been losing their minds saying this is going to be a massive grail. The price of this is going to explode, and fail to recognize the fact that this is not an official Bandai One Piece TCG card. Now, it is a Luffy card, it is a One Piece card, and it is an Oda signed card. But guys, listen. Just because Oda signed on it doesn't mean it's like a physical signature. I don't know why people lose their minds over stuff like this. There's so many things that Oda has, I guess, digitally signed, but I understand the premise behind it, the hype behind it. It is Oda. But let's take a look here. This is the Natsukumi 2026 Watermelon Luffy Metal Kira card that's going to be in July. It's going to be Japanese exclusive promo card, Oda's printed signature, metal foiling, all that sort of great stuff. Now, I'm not going to rag on this. I do like it. I think it's really cool. I like the coloring. You know, for like general One Piece stuff and collecting, I think this is a nice thing to get. But overall, you know, I would not be paying thousands of dollars for this card. I really wouldn't, okay? If you're super interested in things that Oda has digitally signed, there's plenty of stuff on eBay you can find, like the art pieces that have been put in like art museums and galleries in Japan. They sell for a few $100s, some for $1,000. Those are pretty cool. And there's a collectability aspect to them too, because they only have limited amounts. But anyways, we talk about cards on this channel. But I'm going to move on. Cool promo, but be careful, okay? I would not be throwing $500 to $1,000 on this, okay? So next up, let's talk about this Musée Grévin One Piece Luffy promo madness, okay? So there's this museum in Paris, France, I believe. I know it's in France somewhere. But anyways, they're doing a collaboration with One Piece. They're going to have life-size One Piece characters, right? And obviously, it's pretty cool. It's neat. This is an official One Piece TCG card. And you can see here, it's, you know, it's got a little stamp as well. Now, no, I want you to note, this is not a textured card. It's kind of like the Dodgers Luffy card in that aspect. But there's going to be 50,000 given out, supposedly. Yeah, let's take a look. There's already madness behind all this. I mean, there's a ton of people trying to get in this, trying to get their hands on this promo. And I just like to point out, where have we seen this happen before, folks? We've seen this before. While I think it's cool that they're doing this, the insane mania behind the cards is just kind of really getting in the way. We got another clip here just showing the amount of people who are there. It's absolutely insane. Still really cool, but because of all the mania that's been taking place and all of the people who are rushing to sell these cards on eBay, they've currently suspended giving out the cards because there was just absolute insanity going on. Let's see what they say here. One Piece entering Musee Grevin has shown much great success with than we anticipated, and you know, to ensure the best visitor experience, they're basically trying to figure out how to go about this. The distribution of the One Piece souvenir cards is suspended until further notice. So, I mean, we can just assume that people were going around like, hey, I'll buy your card, maybe stealing cards, harassing people, you know, just completely ruining this whole collab experience. Because, you know, for true One Piece fans who want to experience this, they're basically being harassed. Like, this is essentially what's going on here, right? And like, the other thing too is that people are calling this the Van Gogh Luffy, but regardless, it's an official One Piece card, and it's in the same realm as the Dodger Luffy card and stuff like that. Although it is a museum-based card, it's not a sports card. But overall, it's cool. It's nice for the collection. Should you pay $2,000 for this? I don't. I'll be honest. I wouldn't. Would I pay $500 for this? Probably. Would I pay $1,000 for this? I'm not quite sure. But overall, it's an official One Piece TCG card. It is a promo card. You had to be in France to get it. There is some kind of genuine novelty to this card as well. But of course, prices are just going to get completely insane. And you got to be careful, right? You got to be careful. But if I can somehow find this card for a decent price, I will go after it. But I just wanted to report that news to you guys because it's been fresh, it's been new, and it's been crazy. Now, I want to show this chart right here because it actually kind of shows the psychology behind investing, whether it's the S&P, whether it's, real estate or crypto, which, people roll their eyes at, but it's still a thing. And of course, cards. This is a thing. This is what a lot of investors use to kind of show us where we are. And I mean, I just feel like we're in a mania phase right now. We've got delusion here. And I just feel like while the peak of the One Piece market is still yet to come, while I do believe we can get much higher, I do think we're entering a new phase now where literally anything with Luffy on it will just do incredibly well and blow up because everybody is just like, I gotta have this. I gotta have this. And like, while we've got something like this, which is like a neat little cool thing, it's like, can we compare these two cards really? They're both promo cards, but one's from the TCG, another's not. I mean, is every single little card gonna just do well? Even the vintage cards that I've covered that a lot of people don't seem to jive with, they're Bandai cards. So in a way, they still have relevance to this. But anyways, I feel like we're just going through some insane mania, and I feel like that can go for a long time. I do think when OP17 hits, we're going to see kind of a bit of a cool off unless Bandai just whips up some more insane stuff for next year, or at the end of the year, I should say. But, it doesn't seem like things are slowing down at all for the One Piece TCG, and it's just, and the One Piece IP in general. So, I just really think we're in a good place as a community and as a card game. But if you're only getting involved now, I mean, it's going to be a tough spot, Like a lot of people who were in the TCG space a few years back, if you haven't really sold many cards, you're probably doing pretty okay right now. But if you're only just getting into this from the Pokemon community, or you just started One Piece or whatever, it's going to be tough. But anyways, guys, let's go on TCG Player and let's talk a little bit about promo cards. Now, obviously, there's been a lot of insane hype with promo cards. That's all the explosion we've been seeing. And you can see here, I'm on the One Piece promo section of the TCG, but we've got like treasure cups and stuff like that as well. The first anniversary set, which we all know has been completely insane. But guys, I really think we need to consider the fact that promo cards in general are more scarce, they're more valuable, and they're highly sought after. I mean, look at this Luffy card right here. This Championship Shonen Jump cover Luffy card has steadily gone up over the year. It's gone up 1,058%, okay, from like $100. And this is the, of course, stamped one. There's another version as well. But there's just so much going on, man. Whether we're talking stamped cards, whether we're talking museum events, sports cards. I mean, we've seen, actually, where do I have it here? We've actually seen here on the collector app just kind of showing the explosion in price on some of these Luffy cards here, like the BBB Luffy card. Of course, the 25th anniversary Luffy card, the magazine Luffy card. I mean, like, just promo madness, you know what I mean? And we've got cards like this one right here. This is the Bandai Card Game Fest from 25-26. This is a nice card. I'm definitely keeping my eye on this card. It's $120 USD. You can see it's been going up, but it's just one of the many, many cards you could look after. There's also this card here. People are calling this the 007 Luffy card because it's 007. But, whatever people need to identify these cards, go for it, okay? But this is the 2023 Celebration Pack. And remember, when you see 2023, that's old, okay? Believe it or not, that's old in the One Piece community because the game itself basically started at the beginning of 2023. Now, there's so many other crazy things to look out for. I mean, we've got like regionals, treasure cups, all that sort of stuff, stamped cards. I mean, things like this Luffy card right here. I would say this card is definitely going to go up in price or continue to because you had to be in Dallas to get this, Dallas Day. It's a really unique Luffy card showing off all of his gear forms, which is cool. It's $578. I'm a big fan of these championship cards, these stamped championship cards. Now, remember, depending on the character, it's going to influence, the desire for the cards, like Lim. Now, Lim is from the One Piece Odyssey game, and, I feel like, not that many people care about Lim, but, if you had a stamped, let's see here. Yeah, like, comparing that to maybe, like, Brook, right? Like, this Brook Championship card is pretty mint, right? Because he's a Straw Hat. We've also seen stuff like these One Piece manga event cards, like the Sanji and the Zoro. This came from the 3rd anniversary set, and we've been seeing this go up in price as well, because you can only get it from promos. Funny enough, I actually remember when this the Treasure Cup store Sabo card came out, this tanked in price. People were just not interested in Sabo, right? Because they were like, I don't care about Sabo. People are trying to sell this for 150, 200 bucks. We've now started to see this go up in price. Now, like, I'm more specifically talking about promos, not necessarily Treasure Cups and stuff like that, but they're all kind of within the same realm. They're given out for specific reasons and events. You can't get them from packs. We've even got cards that come from playmats, limited edition ones like this Zoro. This is $479. I mean, like, it's just been a crazy time to get into the One Piece TCG. But guys, with that being said, I'm going to leave it there for now. There's just so many things to consider with the One Piece TCG. I don't want to give any kind of financial advice because that's not what I do here. None of this is financial advice. You've got to navigate this carefully, and you've really got to consider, what your options are in this space. If this was a year ago, I would have been saying a lot of different things, but I feel like now just the regular One Piece fan collector needs to consider their options, what they can afford, and what they're willing to lose. Because at the end of the day, this is a risky game, but things are pretty crazy right now. Things are getting very hype. And remember, there will eventually be a drop. Now, I don't think that's going to happen anytime soon. And I personally think as long as the One Piece manga and show continue, the hype will still be there. So I think we're in a good place right now. But again, I can't speak for every single card in the market. So be careful out there. Do your own research. I hope this video was helpful. And if you like this video, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. And a video should pop on the screen. Be sure to click it, and I will see you over there.